Welcome back. Once again, adventurers, let's play Robotics Notes Elite. In the last episode, despite shutting herself in even more than usual, Frau eventually decided to let Kaito in, for two reasons. First of all, because he brought food, and second of all, because she had found something within the subliminal messages that the internet hasn't yet discovered. And that is a jumble of letters which just so happened to be 19 characters long. And actually, even more eerily coincidentally, be the exact same letters used for a password for an old website run by her missing mother Minami. And one of those posts on that site contained a photograph of a handwritten note warning about how gun barrel was being used as a brainwashing tool and that Project Atum is still alive. And as Frau said, she and Kaito are presently the only ones who have made this connection. But it won't be long before others out there in the world start putting the puzzle pieces together. But for now, it's another day at Chuo High. Starting our day off with looking up Twippo. Still nothing in List D there. Again, I keep saying this, but I wonder if anything will ever turn up in List D. Maybe, maybe not. Just have to watch this space. But anyway, I didn't even think that I'd be going to Robotics Club with S-kun 6 months ago. Yeah, that was a different time then. But a lot has happened. Don't know about you, but I think Doc got a lot more mellow. Yeah. Played a quick 30 minutes. 7 wins, 1 loss. I guess it's time to send them off. Message from Kenichiro. This morning I received a birthday gift from my younger daughter. It kind of made me shy, seeing her so shy as she handed me the gift. I teared up. Makes me feel like I aged a bit. It's nice because girls are so thoughtful. Boys are usually a little rough and don't care about the details, so I haven't received a gift before, but I still love my son, of course. Kaito-kun is an amazing young man, always looking out for our daughter. I'm sure he's acting shy towards his own father. I know I was like that because I was like that when I was young. Very touching, and fortunately no news updates just yet, but that won't hold. That definitely won't hold. Anyway, looks like something's going on. Subaru doesn't seem too pleased about this. These days, Akiho and Subaru seem to go to the robot clinic every day after school. Well, they need to in order to keep things going with Gun Build 2. And as always, Juna and I are the ones to see them off. This has become a frequent occurrence.
カイ、うちがいないからってサボっちゃダメだからね。ジュンのサポートよろしくね。
And of course, Akiho always says something along these lines before leaving. And I always shrug when she does. The usual archetype, how very routine. Once they leave, my free time begins.
あれヤシオくん、ハンガーに行かないの？
悪い。この後学校で用事あるんだよね。
Business that may or may not involve kill ballot.
遅れて合流するから、それまで一人でやっててよ。
用事？ヤシオくんって何かの委員とかだったかな？
Not really Kaito's style there, Juna.
そういうんじゃなくて、しようってやつ。あんまり詮索すると嫌われるよ。というか、嫌うよ。
嫌われるのは嫌だな。
Yeah, Juna is now far less timid than she once was.
そんなわけで、さあさあ、モーション担当はさっさと出発進行。
She's right to have concerns. I give Juna a little push on the back and get her to leave. Juna's been practicing constantly for the mocap as of late. And with that confidence of hers, her stances will have improved as well. Frau took no time programming us some motion capture software. But she's being really stubborn when it comes to the drive system. Which is where the wrench in our plans is. Is it that much of a pain in the ass? Even Subaru's getting nervous about getting it done before February. Plus, once Frau starts on something, she keeps working until she finishes. No breaks. A dangerous habit. If this might take up to a month, what will happen to Frau? She could potentially work herself to death. Frau might be thinking the same thing. That would explain why she's been trying to dodge us. Either way, Juna's mocap work is still just in the practice phase. Model 2 hasn't been assembled yet, so it's too early to come up with actions that match each joint's range of motion. That's not going to be that way forever. Someone proposed we make a functional 3D model, but it'd take time to create, plus Frau to have to make it for us. So with no way to simulate anything, we're on hold until we finish the real deal. In other words, the schedule is going to be tight. That being said, as the operator, there's nothing I can do about any of this. No point in worrying. For now. I don't feel too guilty over ditching club activities for personal business.
Airi chan, oide.
Very good morning to you too. The AI girl happily trots out after I call up for her.
明日11月19日の鹿児島県種子島屋久島地方のお天気は晴れでしょう。
Still no change, but
最
no
高気
significant
温は
changes.
21度、最低気温は13度です。
Basically nominal weather.
夜は長袖の上着を用意した方がいいですよ。
貴重なアドバイスをどうも。
Just keep in mind that one of these days she's going to notice if and when a certain weather change happens, and when that happens, we're going to need to be ready, Kaito. Or it might be too late. Immediately tap on Irie and switch her to Sister Centipede. With that, the transformation is complete. I want to avoid talking to Irie at school if at all possible. There were lots of people around, so there's no telling who's watching. If someone caught wind of this, they'd probably raise the stink about ghosts or something, especially considering that we went through that song and dance before. But right now I have no choice but to summon her at school. First, let's see how everything's looking.
レポートナンバー5のフラグは全部回収できてるかどうかもう一度確認させてよ。
I wonder if he's actually managed to pull it off. Has Kaito managed to pull off the impossible? I checked last night and this morning, but I want to be sure.
Kimijima Report ナンバー5のフラグ回収状況は以下の通りです。1、君島レポートナンバー4を発見している。ゲジネより注釈。フラグ1はすでに達成済み。
That one is a given.
2、旧種子島空港の滑走路、ポイント A からポイント B までを5分以内に走り切る。ゲジネより注釈。フラグ2はすでに達成済み。
Wonder how Kaito managed to pull that off. I think I have a few ideas. For some reason, the flags for report number 5 are all based on physical activities, an area that Kaito Yashio is completely useless at. However, yeah, thanks to my condition I have zero physical ability to speak of. That's why I gave up at the end of September. But after seeing Minami Kogoori's warning, I can't afford to sit on my ass anymore. I have to get them all. My main issue was flag number 2. Running from point A to point B of the runway means going from end to end. That's about 1,600 meters. For the record, my 1,500 meter marathon time in junior high PE was over 7 minutes. Not only was this 100 meters longer, but unlike a school field, the runway is on a slope. This would be impossible for me. But after thinking it over, yeah, I'm pretty sure that Kaito worked out a loophole. I decided to drive from one end to the other on my scooter. Wait, that worked? It took me about a minute or so. Afterward, I took a shot in the dark and checked with Sister Centipede. Guess what? Flag complete. I would have thought that, would have thought that Kaito would have had Juna try to fulfill the physical conditions of the report number 5 flags, because that clearly states run from point A to point B. Yeah. Once again, I am surprised that worked. Talk about lucky.
3. 中種町中央運動公園の陸上競技場トラックを60秒で周回する。ゲジネより注釈。 フラグさんはすでに達成済み。
Let me guess, Scooter again. Seeing as how my exploit for flag number 2 worked, that automatically made clearing number 3 simple. Kaito, you cheesy bastard. You cheesy, jammy bastard. I'd get in trouble if I drove around on my scooter, so I forcefully borrowed a bike from my classmate to use instead. My time came in a little under 30 seconds, flag complete. Eri and Sister Centipede have been really lax about this whole thing. It's been a huge help. Yeah. Again, I have questions,
4.
but
中央種子島高校弓道場で矢を的の中心に当てる。ゲジネより注釈。フラグ4はすでに達成済み。
thus the hardest one ended up being flag number 4. I asked the Kyoto Club to lend me a bow, but they totally refused. Well, of course they would. I get it. Who would let a rando third year one in the problematic Robotics Club use a bow? I sure wouldn't. It also didn't help that the Kyoto Club's advisor is the vice principal herself, so Usui is the Kyoto Club person. In the end, I utilized the Passion Accord to locate an old Kyoto Club member and borrow their bow for a day. I then waited for the club to finish practice, snuck into the bow range, and shot arrows 2 meters from the target. Yeah, didn't say how close Kaito had to be in order to get that bullseye. After about an hour, I finally hit the center of the target and completed the flag, though it had already turned to night by then. But it could be helped. I basically cheated on all but flag number 1. A win's a win, though personally I'm not a fan of these kind of tactics. And so that brings us to today.
4つのフラグはすべて回収されました。
As Irie and Sister Centipede can now confirm.
これにより君島レポートナンバー5の AR アノテーションも可視化されています。
Now we just have to find the geotag.
で、ゲジネの予想によればレポートがあるのはこの学校内のどこかと。
Wait. Here? At Chuo High? Really?
はい、速やかに回収してください。
And the reasoning for this is, actually, now that I think about it, putting the airport runway aside, the other 3, the remaining 3 flags actually make more sense. Or sorry, or 2 flags, I should say. The marathon lap and the bow flag. I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, but
いいえ、フラグを回収した人にのみ見えるようになっているはずです。
huh, that's awfully convenient. So that basically ensures that unless anyone else has fulfilled the tasks, they can't see the geotag either. Kimijima's not fooling around when it comes to security.
だったら急ぐ必要なんてないじゃないか。
Just then I hear some girls snickering from a short ways away. Yeah, I'm starting to see Sister Centipede's point, Kaito. If report number 5 is in fact at Chuo High, finding it and obtaining it as quickly as possible is a must, especially without avoiding suspicion. I turn around to find 3 girls in the hall looking at me and laughing for some reason. When they notice that I've spotted them, they hurried away. Gawkers. They probably think I'm some weirdo who talks to his Pokecom, even though Pokecoms have a phone function and a video function. See, this is why I didn't want to summon Irie at school. Sister Centipede's right. Let's get this over and done with. Well, that was easy. That was terribly easy. Find the report, move on. There should be a power mark AR annotation for the Kimijima Report somewhere at school. I gotta find it. A lot of places. Got a lot of places. And we're at the courtyard here. It's actually Chuo High is actually a lot larger than I thought it would be. Really. There's the looks like the baseball pitch, judging by where those are. But nothing over there. But got a few of these. This looks interesting. Year 3 general course class. Let's go here and see. Oh, this is the 3rd year classroom. This is our classroom. Could the Kimijima Report be here? I wonder. Let's check the desks. Nothing's coming to mind. Nothing at the windows. Clock. The board. Though there is still this. We want to get that. Today's chore duty. Aiba and Akaishi. Nope, doesn't seem to be here. I did notice a notification from Akiho. Recently my sheep meddling skills have gone up a lot. If I keep going, can I become the 2nd robot doctor? It's certainly a possibility. Doc is gonna be furious if you keep talking like that. I don't know, Kaito. I'm pretty sure that the way he's going, he might actually end up taking on Akiho as an apprentice. Oh, then again, maybe not. What do you mean you're gonna take over? You still got 30 more years to go. Come back again. I still ain't ready to let the young ones take over. Now with this current burst of energy that he's got, he's not gonna relinquish control over the clinic anytime soon. Nor is he gonna let anyone else take his title. Nope. Not at all. But anyway, the classroom is a bust. Let's try the hallway. Do this one step at a time. Didn't find anything inside the classroom, but if we... I'll try and get this done as quickly as possible, but I want to be thorough. Nope, not in the hallway. Try another location. Connecting courtyard or corridor. That's this place. Been a long time since we've been here. Let's see. Annotation, annotation, where art thou? Or rather, we're looking for a power mark. Actually, we're not. Yeah, it won't pop up as an annotation until we actually start looking for it. I don't think it's here. I don't think it's here. Could try to trick us, but then again, considering where where the last reports were found, they were in pretty obscure places themselves. I should probably be a little bit more thorough. That being said, I want to get this done as quickly as possible, but I'm not seeing a thing. Not seeing a thing there. Let's try the entrance. This is the entrance. Could the report be here? We shall see. We shall see. That's your students. Let's see. Doesn't seem to be in the shoe rack here, but I just want to be doubly sure. Nothing on the umbrellas. Don't think we saw anything. Yeah, no, that's going to be a thing. So I've checked the building, but probably should have started at the courtyard, actually, if I'm being honest. Yeah, because now now that we've unlocked the flags, we should be able to find it, if it's here. I mean, it is obviously in school, but zoom in and doesn't seem to be anywhere. It'll be in the tree. It might be in the tree. I mean, it's doubtful it's in the tree, but we have to keep looking somehow. Nope, not in the tree. Definitely not on or in the tree. Courtyard's out. Go to the parking lot. See if it's here. This is the parking lot. Could it be here? Let's find out. Let's find out indeed. And looks like we've got some new bikes, or bikes that weren't here before. Let's see. MME947X, due tag number 47. Honda Super Cub registered by Kirei Kasugano, registered in February 28th, 2018. High school registration number 224. And MFU555X Honda Super Cub registered by Takumi Inoue, registered 17th of March 2018. Registration number 255. Those aside, yeah. And leave no stone unturned. The report clearly wouldn't be on a moving object. Then again, that would actually increase the likelihood of security rather than decrease it. But that would also decrease the odds of it being found, so... Nope. No, I don't think it's here either. Well, we've eliminated most of the places. That leaves us with only one place left to go. The school entrance. This is the front gate of the school. The Kimijima Report be here. Well, hearing that sudden outburst from Irie from the Pokécom, from IUO, pretty much means, yeah, it's a given that it's here of all places, the last place that we checked. Yeah. So, Irie is, despite not knowing, yeah, I don't get it. Despite not knowing where the, supposedly not knowing where the reports are, she, somehow notifies us, that we're actually looking in the right place. Which is kind of odd. I wonder if she even realizes that she's doing it. But in any event, we need to find it. We need to find this, mark fast. Because the entrance is a public place, after all. Not up there. It's not center. Doesn't appear to be on this building. On the trees. It's gotta be somewhere. It's definitely gotta be somewhere. Around, but yeah, I thought that was it, but it's clearly not. I wonder. Yeah, if I were a, I didn't look there. I didn't look at the flags way over there. All the way over there. I actually didn't think, yeah, I totally missed these flags over here. Problem is with the blue sky, the power mark is very hard to see. At least somewhere. Surely. I mean, nothing's coming up on the scanner thing. So that is a bit odd. Yeah. Gonna take a moment to try and figure out where this report is. Okay then, so after a bit more searching, finally found it. Right here. Never guess, because it's not clearly obvious. Yeah. Nope, this is the only place that this is the only part that our UO scanner is interacting with, so yeah. It's not so much on the flag as right next to it.
君島レポートナンバー5をダウンロードしました。
Hidden in plain sight, a big giant blue power mark against the big blue sky. God damn it. God freaking damn it. Yeah. That took too long. Even I will admit that took way too long. I'm not going to be able to focus and read it here. No, sir. Time to switch locations. I slip into the club room and plop down on the round chair. Here's as good a place as any. Probably one of the few places we can be unobserved. Now then. Let's take a look-see at this report. At least we didn't have to work as hard to get it. Well, having said that, well, the flags. Getting the report took much longer. Shit, I'm nervous. It's a roll of the dice, Kaito. Could be something, or it could just be more general information. My fingers tremble a little as I navigate my Pokécom's menus.
何ビビってんだかね、俺は。
That depends. Should you be scared? I force a smile to mask my own fear. The first time I saw one of these Kimijima reports, I wanted to laugh at what it said. But now, I'm surprised at the fact that I can't laugh it off anymore. I open the report. Fingers crossed, bated breath. With the increase in solar activity, it will become possible, particularly in low-altitude regions, to observe the aurora worldwide, shifting HAARP into the public eye. HAARP, of course, refers to the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. By radiating high-power electromagnetic waves, this program... Oh, God damn it. I forgot. I forgot that that happens. Arg. Yeah, reading this is a bit of a minor pain. But anyway. By radiating high-power electromagnetic waves, this program researches activity and the effects on wireless communication through stimulation of the ionosphere. However, the unmistakable fact that the US Army is part of this military project is a major reason as to why the HARP has not been cleared of suspicion. The US military is involved. ever ridiculous thoughts which perhaps have been which perhaps incidentally approach the core goals of HARP have been shared worldwide by conspiracy theorists. For example, there is a theory that by irradiating electromagnetic waves with the strength of 1 trillion watts, you can assign the weather, control minds, and even generate artificial earthquakes. This is all too familiar. As another example, there's a theory that meddling with the ionosphere may generate a high-energy laser weapon capable of attacking each and every city. This myriad of ridiculous theories crafted from robust imaginations overshadow the alarm bell, which is the one original truth. And the consolidation of every theory results only in their mockery with thoughts of what in the world are you talking about? That might have crossed the mind, but do not be misled. There is a high possibility that all of these absurd theories have been forged by Tavistock with the intent of employing them as clever camouflage. They will create a forest to hide a single tree. It is the way of the Tavistock incident, and the oldest trick in the book of propaganda. First and foremost, it is obvious that HARP, which ostensibly irradiates the ionosphere with electromagnetic waves, was not meant to target the Earth itself. But that is not all. HARP's very nature was converted when NASA and the Committee of 300 received the probe results from the Ulysses project. Perhaps it would be easier to understand it if I said it became a part of Project Atum. Once again. The surface temperature of the Sun is about 600 degrees Celsius, yet the solar corona is heated to several million degrees Celsius, radiating from the solar surface into the solar magnetosphere. Around the year 2007, the principle of this heating was determined to be the magnetic reconnection phenomenon. In other words, given the close proximity of the north and south poles of the Sun, the opposing magnetic field lines of the Sun's surface and the above corona come in contact, resulting in an extraordinarily unstable state. Both magnetic field lines have the tendency to connect and grow shorter, at which time extreme amounts of energy are released upward at tens of thousands of degrees Celsius. This magnetic reconnection is happening frequently not only on the solar surface but in the solar magnetosphere as well. Born from a magnetic reconnection, explosive phenomena in outer space will be frequent occurrences, especially during the maximum period of activity ending in 2020. But this distant danger is not one to avert our eyes from. The solar magnetosphere is closely related to the geomagnetosphere. Magnetic reconnection in the solar magnetosphere has profound effects on the geomagnetosphere. Solar storms perform the role of carrying the Sun's atmosphere and plasma to the geomagnetosphere in the form of high-speed jet streams. Should the plasma collide with the geomagnetosphere, it is possible for a magnetic reconnection phenomenon to occur. It is imperative to understand that the aurora is also generated by the energy created from the heat and acceleration of the plasma. Should this magnetic reconnection, namely a magnetospheric substorm, occur within the geomagnetic sphere, magnetosphere, then the Earth will sustain critical damage far beyond the capabilities of any normal solar storm. Damages large enough to drive all of humanity toward collapse. Project Atum is a deplorable plan capable of artificially inducing these conditions and harbors merely a single gear in its machinations. Human hands may not be able to harness the power of the gigantic sun, but within the geomagnetosphere, such a thing is possible. At least, that is what the Committee of 300 believes. Nothing more about propaganda or anything regarding Minami Kogoori. And yet, the scope of the Committee of 300's web is definitely vast. That much is certain. But as for Kaito, I can't even understand half of it.
ゲージね、この内容を短くまとめられない？
太陽の活動が極大期に入ったことにより、地球磁気圏もまた不安定になっています。それを利用して300人委員会は太陽コロナのような現象を人為的に地球磁気圏でも引き起こそうとしているのです。
なるほど、わかりやすい。
Are you actually surprised, Kaito?
ありがとうございます。
I think he is. Using the sun's abnormal activity, they can cause an explosion that occurs near the sun, only near Earth instead.
やっぱり頑張れるの最終はそのままじゃないの。
Indeed. The image of the sun imploding. According to Minami Kogoori's warning, the Gunpowder anime was propaganda made with the assistance of the Tavistock Institute. Looks like we're gonna have to watch that anime after all. But what exactly were they trying to make people think? Or not think? Watching Gun Barrel never resulted in me getting any ideas.
これ世間に公表すべきじゃん。
The problem is that if that happens, the Committee of 300 will be aware of it.
やばいよな。もし書かれてることが本当なら人類が滅んじゃうわけで。
If the Committee of 300 have their way. I never thought I'd say those words out loud and mean it. But you did. This sort of unreal craziness was supposed to be limited to movies and anime. But you'd be surprised what people were capable of. I mean, fiction is filled with these sorts of apocalyptic scenarios. So now that humanity's in trouble for real, I can't help but think that this is a movie or something. You're not the first and not the last. None of this feels real. It doesn't seem possible. And yet, the Committee of 300 are certainly willing to give it a shot. That's how dangerous these people are, Kaito. No matter how many times I've been warned. even after a solar storm has unleashed its fury on North America. Even with that bizarre aurora hovering on the sky above the island, none of it feels real. If I publicized the reports, people would laugh them off as conspiracy theory nonsense like I did at first. Except of course for those who understand their true significance. Who would believe some random high schooler after going public with this kind of info? Again, the very people who you don't want to let know that you have this. Hell, it's more than likely that I become the laughing stock of the world. Maybe I should wait and see for a bit. I'll have to get the remaining reports at some point, and then we'll have the whole story. At least I think so. If I went public with this and things got crazy, I'd have even less time to game. But still, we can't put this off
ゲージね、
forever.
次の君島レポートのフラグの情報をくれ。
We need to start looking for report number 6.
君島レポートナンバー6の AR アノテーションを可視化するためのフラグをダウンロードします。完了。レポートナンバー6のフラグをお伝えします。1、君島レポートナンバー5を発見している。ゲジネより注釈。フラグ1はすでに達成済み。
As expected.
2、JAXA 増田通信所の展示室にある人工衛星追跡ゲームでハイスコアを更新する。
A flag related to JAXA, the Masuda Tracking and Communication Center satellite tracking game.
3、コスモリゾートのゴルフ場内で落とし物のゴルフボールを100個拾い集める。
Now that one I wasn't expecting.
4、ジオタグを貼り付けたサーフィンで3秒以上波乗りする。以上です。
また嫌がらせか。
Yeah. But these ones once again seem to be around the theme of games. This guy wants me to go surfing at this time of the year. Well, if we'd managed to find the reports a little bit sooner, we probably wouldn't have had to, but there's nothing we can do about it now. Not to mention I've never surfed in my entire life. I'm the most amateur of amateurs. Join the club, Kaito. Stop assuming that every dude on Tanegashima can surf. Good grief. But not gonna be able to cheese your way out of this one. Get a high score on a satellite game, find 100 lost golf balls on a resort, and surf at least 3 seconds on a wave. I can't be burning time like this. What the hell was Kimijima thinking when he came up with such annoying flags? Did he even care about this info getting out? I'm extremely irritated. You're just gonna have to deal with it, Kaito. We're back at the robot clinic with Akiho. Once again. Still working. But that will have to wait until next time. So when we return, it's all downhill from here, at least for Kaito. As always, until next we meet.